Hello, daily swing trading stock pick, easy swing trading strategy, and swing trading chart analysis. So if your swing trade is good on a daily basis, you do your record keeping of your daily trade, and then you analyze the chart to pick stocks for the next day swing trade. So we are going to do that, and we have our December 4th 2024 swing trading activities. Here we bought one stock and we sold two, and then we have a dividend payment as well that we will record. So we will start with the stocks that we purchased, and is VRTS. So we'll go to V, and because we bought it, we can just copy the previous row and duplicate it. Last time we bought it was in October, toward the end of October, and we bought it on December 4th. So we will change the dates, and by tracking your dates, you can actually pull some report from your daily entry area. So this one, I purchased 10, and again, getting ready for 2025, I'm changing my swing trading strategy, which for 2024 was a short trend line swing trading strategy. I'm changing it to long trend line swing trading strategy. And because I'm going to hold on to the stocks through multiple small swing or short-term swing, multiple swings, I like to, when I sell it, I like to make relatively higher profits. Therefore, I set my entry and exit plan before I purchased the stock yesterday, and I allocated $5,000 to it, but the goal was to allocate about $10,000 per trade, but I didn't feel comfortable allocating that much to these stocks. And it is okay when you are swing trading to modify or make your rule flexible enough to suit your risk tolerance, because it is relatively and somewhat a new strategy that I'm trying. I like to allocate 5,000 instead of twice that much, but the reason is I like to make sure I have enough to allocate to be able to purchase the stocks that I like to purchase, because I'm allocating 5% of the account value, not 5% of the cash available. So that means that I have stocks in the portfolio that are not sold yet, whereby money is trapped or our money is trapped. Therefore, to make sure I have enough cash available to purchase the different stocks that I plan to purchase, the way we did it yesterday, I try to have a plan here, a visual version of our journal record or note record, to make sure I have enough to purchase things that I plan to purchase. And if we pick December, there could be multiple stocks that could reach the trend line, pull back to the trend line in December, and I like to make sure I have enough to purchase them. Therefore, I didn't know if I'll be able to sell enough stocks to free cash to be able to allocate enough for each one of them. Therefore, I was a little bit hesitant or not comfortable spending $10,000 there. So we sold MAN, and MAN has just a little profit, but I feel like it could be going, it could have pulled back shortly after that, because it has multiple days of green, and green price bar means the price went up the price at the end of the day was higher than the price at the beginning of the day, meaning the price during the day pretty much for that price. But since we swing trade on a daily chart, the price for overall day went up. So it has that type of green bar multiple times during the week. Therefore, I just sold it to lock in that small profit. So we bought it in October. As you can see, we have it for more than a month. So, and I just, it has maybe $6 or so profit, and I just sold it to lock in that profit and free the cash so that it does not turn around and pull back. And the fee is 8 cents. So we made $7.42 on it, or 0.25% for holding it for a month. The next one is Walmart. So Walmart has been positive in their account, surpassed our minimum $25 profit, but I held on to it because it is December, and I thought with the holidays they could have a higher, the stock could continue to go up. But yesterday I felt that yeah, it was okay to just sell it. But the day before that it was positive as well. But yesterday I was okay selling it and wait for it to pull back to its trend line, and I can buy it for 2025. Therefore, I want to get out of this position and then wait on it, because I won't buy it again if I'm still holding on to this one. So this one is we bought it or we sold it, so we shouldn't have done that. So I'm just going to delete this one. If we sold it, so chances are the previous row is the row that we should put the sell on. So we bought on the 26th of November. We can take that commitment out of there, and we sold it on the 4th of December, and we have been buying 35 shares. You can see 3 decimal point there. That's what I tend to copy instead of typing, so that I can capture the whole amount. So the fee went up a little bit, 10 cents, and we made $75.32 there, or 2.34% profit rate. So now we have all our swing trade of yesterday in recorded. We will go to the dividend. So we purchased this PCAR for swing trading purposes, but it is negative in the account. Therefore, we are going is paying off dividend in the meantime, and it paid us 5.40. And if we want to know when was the last time we purchased it, we could go up and you can see we purchased it in March, so it has been in the account for almost a whole year. Okay, so it's there, and let's take a look at each chart. We are going to go now, we are going to do the chart analysis, and we'll go to 1 year daily chart. That's the time frame we trade on. One that we do our chart analysis 1 year time frame, but we use daily chart, and we can go between 1 year time frame and maximum time frame as well, but daily chart for both. 1 year daily chart or maximum daily chart. Sometimes we can go on maximum monthly chart to see the overall of the stock. And as you can see, we traded multiple times on a short swing trend line until we reach the top, and that trend ended and it fell back, and it is now that it's going back there. So now that we are analyzing this stock, we are going to take a look at it. So it tend to, last year it reached the low point in December and went up to March. And I don't know where this line is coming from, but if we put our mouse here and we are paying attention to our horizontal line here, let's see if we can trace this line to see if this line make any sense at all. Because from that low, we tried to go back to it, but didn't, but follow another trend line here, but came back to it a couple times before start going up. And here was September. So I don't know if that's a common thing for it, but this is why I decided, you know what, by short trend line, by using a short trend line swing trading strategy in 2024 to practice swing trading, I'm going to, for 2025, pay attention to the main trend line that it keeps coming to use it as a support before going back up. Use it as a trend line where when they pull back to that line and start going up, I can buy it. But you can see that it reached that trend line, start going up, but then come back and reach it again before actually take off. So there is a possibility that I will buy it on the trend line. It will, after when it start going up, and it could come back to it unexpectedly before it start going up. Anything is possible, but decreasing the chances of buying it on a short trend line, and then shortly after that it will pull back. So we are going to go to maximum daily chart to see if we can trace, if we can track. Okay, so this is the line, and it is a long trend line, so we can activate it to continue it while we maintain the lows that is touching. So we can just continue it all the way to see. Uh-oh, I went too far. Okay, so let's try it again. Okay, so I will say it tried to come to this trend line. That is the trend line that it came to. And again, keep in mind that that trend line is not just a single thin line. It could be a region, like a zone. So I would say it came back to that trend line. So this, to trade these stocks, this trend line will be the trend line that I will be following. Even if it veer from it, to have a shorter trend line, I try to trade it on this trend line. But that trend line ended. In fact, there was some smaller trend line within it as well that I follow. But let's zoom here. But this is a long-term trend line that is been following. So, but it is a growth and dip type of stocks. Yes, going up, but nevertheless. So if I'm going to trade these stocks, it needs to come back to this trend line. And this trend line, and you can see that even though the low was somewhere, probably somewhere here for the 52 weeks low, for the 52 weeks, which was around December or so, or January, was it? I don't know, on the 1 year it was around December, so it will be somewhere here. And if I put my mouse here, it's like 88 or something, but because it's uptrend, type of stocks, it keeps going up, the trend line is not going to go back to 80 whatever that $83 necessarily to be on the trend line. So the trend line is going to continue to increase in value, like price wise, because it's kind of oblique. Don't know if it makes sense. So therefore I will continue to extend this line. It is going to continue to increase in price, but it needs to come back to this trend line. Make me think that if I'm going to be buying on those trend lines, in fact the trend line that I'm going to be buying on, we can actually change the color of it. Since we have multiple colors, let's see if we have colors here. Yeah, I think this is quite bright though. Yeah, well, I'm not sure. Okay, let's use this one and see how we feel about it. We are not selling it as a default, but it's, again, that's just one way to show if you are using think or swing. That's how you can color code your things. When you click on properties, you'll be able to access whatever you are using, and under drawing, which when you start using it, it will show up at the bottom of your screen. You can use your things, but I tend to use the line and I tend to use the arrow. The arrow allow me to see where I'm buying and where I'm selling, and this is misplaced here. But yeah, we can just follow. But at this point I can put a note that if I'm going to buy this stock, let's see where it is right now. It's going to be, I can see purple trend line. It needs to pull back to the purple trend line, and at this point it's like 115. But as it continues, that 115 can continue to go up, as the line might continue to go up as I'm going forward. But 115, while we are at this one, because we can go down and that is if that's something that we want to keep trading. So for this one I'm going to put, okay, buy on the trend line purple around, is it what I think it was like $100 or 115, I'm not sure, on the trend line. So pretty much it's not that when you reach that trend line that we'll buy, but when it start going up from there is when we'll buy. Okay, it's still 99 now. Okay, but anyway, yeah. And now let's go to monthly chart, maximum monthly chart, to actually look at it. You see, it's uptrend. It just enjoy having those periodical huge swings, and definitely something happened for that to have that major one there, or maybe it's a repetition of it. I have no idea. But you can see the line will continue to increase in price as we move forward. So color code will help us to know which line we are talking about. Another alternative will be to delete the previous lines out of there as well, so that it does not get confusing. But let's activate this one. It's not the line we are going to buy on, but it's just a line for us to evaluate what was going on here. But this is the long-term line. Okay, and I think, yeah, why not? It's okay to buy. Oh, and then we can put sell around March. Sell around March. Okay, and this I can add a color to it, just to tell myself that I have not added to this list yet. So now we are going to look at our chart, our watch list, compare it to our trade off yesterday to remove the color and the color from our stocks that we purchased. So first we need to check stocks that we planned to purchase yesterday. They will be red and yellow. So those red are the ones that we selected to purchase, but they pulled back yesterday, so we didn't buy them. So VRTX. So VRTX, we bought it. Well, that's great. And I think that is pretty much it. So now we are going to look at the one we sold. They will be in blue, and the highlight, the yellow highlight will be removed. So we sold Walmart, okay? So it went back to the pool of stocks to trade, and we sold AMANH, okay? It did sell for us. Let's make sure we have all of them. And that's pretty much it. So now we'll remove the red color. And let's save our things here while I go wake my daughter up. Okay, so we save this workbook. Now we are going to start analyzing those stocks, and we are going to analyze pretty much the one that we have not bought and the one we bought but have asterisk on them. So the first one is AMP. Up to there, those yellow ones are the one we purchased, and they are in the stock. So since we are not going to purchase them again until we sell them, I don't really want to analyze them. So we have AMP, and I believe the trend line is it. What are we working on? 1 year, okay. And this trend line, because it hit it multiple times, this trend line is the one we are following it on. I'm going to use that color again, okay, so that I know that that's the line that I'm following. So it's coming back. If it reach that trend line, we will buy. So we'll go to the next one. You see, that is our long-term trading strategy, and I try to, we have the short-term trading strategy. If you just start out, it's good. You start small, just like the way we did it in 2024. We are still in 2024, but we are getting ready for 2025. When I made a decision, instead of waiting for 2025 to start, I start right now so that I can navigate the challenges that I'll come through to see if that's been a possible option. So we have our short-term trading, the strategy that we pick the stocks, and the way we pick the stocks is not going to change. It's large cap, but we put them through multiple filters to make sure we eliminate some of them that we judge a little bit too risky. And if you are learning a new trading strategy, it might be good that you do not have too many variables to work with, especially if you are an adult with a lot of responsibilities and a job or a business. You want to make it easy on yourself when you are learning new skill. So you don't want too many variables that you are going to, trying to maintain or control at the same time. Therefore, you can start with a stable stocks, and I found large cap companies to be more stable than the small caps, because the small one, the price per share might be lower, but they will fluctuate a lot. And yes, you can have a lot of profit with them, just like the way you can have loss with them as well. As for large cap, yes, you can have loss with them as well, but they are more stable, and therefore the risk of losing your money is low. If anything, you might just turn them into an investment and have them in the account as long as it might need to be for them to become positive, and then you sell them. Your money will be trapped there, but at least you are not selling it for a loss. So start with large cap, upward, large cap. And you can see that even though we are working with upload word large cap, like Pika for instance, we still bought it in March and it pulled back and it's still in the account. It took from March until now to see it going up again, but it has not reached that high level that we purchased it for us to sell it for a profit here. Therefore, it's in the account and it's trying to pay us some dividend. And because it has been around for a while, I don't know it's going to bankrupt on us any day. So therefore, I don't lose sleep over it. And it's not the only stocks that we purchased that has been there. We have some dividend stocks that we put through multiple filters. But still we bought them and they pull back on us. And they have been in the account for more than a year now. And try to have another variable that you want to make easy on you is to take time to gather your stocks and have them as a watch list that you keep an eye on by doing the chart analysis. And by the way, for our swing trading videos, you please check the playlist titled Swing Trading. It will be at the end of the video on the screen as well, and it will be in the description titled Swing Trading. But yeah, and take your time to pick your stocks, and we have a video on how we pick our stocks, how we create our watch list, to see that can spark you some ideas on how you can do yours. But pick some stocks that you will have it and you can just go back to those stocks to pull from, and you can have your watch, you can have your your long list of them. Let's see here. Don't know how many we have here, but if I'm looking at the margin numbers here, we went to all the way to 151, and I don't know what number we started from, but we have even a bigger number here. After taking some L.L.Cs out, we have some numbers here all the way to 300, and I don't know, I start from somewhere row 6. So we could easily have about 300 stocks here, and they are all large cap. And I put them through my filters here, but because I didn't really want to have to deal with growth and deep type of stocks, I tried to to filter some good one here and some good growth or deep that I like. As I didn't eliminate all of them, but clearly I cut the numbers by half or so to have this number, but still it's too many numbers for me to do the chart analysis on a daily basis. Therefore, we went to, I don't know, maybe 70 or so here, and pretty much copy it back to here so that we can make our notes on it. But just to give you some ideas. But again, if there are stocks here that we trade throughout the year and the way they behave, just like that Pika for instance, and I do not really want to deal with it, I could go back to my list, my longer list, and analyze some charts there to see which one I want to add here, because there are two that I put there that I'm going to remove. If I still want to deal with that 70 or 60 list, I can pull some here to it. And there are some stocks that I purchased and I have the account for months now. AMGN might be one of them as well. Therefore, if I don't feel comfortable trading it, I could take it out of there. I don't have to trade it. But because some of them are growth and deep, and those growth can give you quite a bit of profits, and some of them are quite steep upward, which will be a very good idea of investment, because again, they are not fluctuate much. For swing trading, we are trying to capitalize on the swing. You see this swing here? If you are investing long term, your account is going to grow steadily following this trend. But as a swing trader, you are pretty much trying to capitalize on this growth there that an investor is now capturing, because it went away from the trend line up, if you time it right, you can buy it, wait for it to come back to the trend line. Instead of the way I was doing it, I was following it or chasing it, going with it on the trend line, but was not able to time it right when it's down with that up, that short-term trend, and start going back to the original line that it veered from. Therefore, instead of doing, and that allowed me to trade often during the year, and because I'm dealing with large cap stocks that I filtered through multiple different filters of mine, and I know that they are uptrend type of stocks, they are not going anywhere, and they have been public for decade. Therefore, I'm not worried about if I bought them and they pull back like the way this one did it. I just learn from it, and instead of saying I'm not going to trade those type of stocks, I'm trying to see if I will be able to learn how to trade them instead in 2025, because clearly I'm not comfortable with those growth and deep type of stocks. I prefer the one that just don't veer too much away from their original trend line, but at the same time those don't give, you see the way they did it here, it doesn't veer too much away from that trend line, but you do not capture much of a profit there, at least in a short period of time. You must well just buy and wait on to here type of things, and you'll be fine as well. But you can still capture small swing, small profit as it veer away and come back. So those will be small profit okay as well, and it is okay. But I try to let it go outside of my comfort zone, because clearly I'm more of an investor and more conservative than when it comes to risk tolerance. But I'm trying to go outside of my comfort zone to learn to trade those stocks that actually veer well away from their trend line before they come back to it. So for 2025, I'm deciding to just wait on them on their trend line, and when they reach it and start going up, that's an indication that they are down, pulling back, and they will be going up, and I can buy it from there and then see where the next high will be for me to sell it by looking at what happened in the past. Because it is an uptrend type of stocks, the next high won't be the same dollar amount as the previous one, because the trend line is oblique, going up. Therefore, I can just use the difference between, let's see, do you see this here, for instance, if we start from here, it pulled back here and then went back and pulled back here. So let's say we bought it here and we don't know where to sell it before it pulled back. We could use this from here to here, because it happened already. We can see the difference between the price, because when you pull back to the trend line, or when you reach that high, the price is going to be different. And as you can see, this high here, the price is on the Y is 446, and this high is 524. So the price is going to be different since it's claiming a mountain. Therefore, we can see the difference in price here between this valley and this mountain peak. So it's 389, and around here we can just use this one, is 443. So 389, 443 minus 389 is $54 different. So if we buy it here, which is 437, that's just my way of doing it though. We can aim for 491, that at least it might replicate this gap again before it will get tired and want to pull back. So we say 497, 491. So let's see if we buy it at 4, I thought I was, is it 437? I'll use a 4, yeah, I will say 437. Okay, so let's say we, yeah, 437. I'm trying to see where that 437 was, but anyway, let's say we bought it somewhere, yeah, 437, and 491 491 put us here, somewhere here on this bar. No, not even that one. Yeah, somewhere here on this bar here. So we let it go all the way there and we sell it. Yeah, well, it continued before it pulled back, and it is okay if we didn't go all the way here before, because we may not know the right place to start, and some investor or children might wait until they start pulling back. But again, you can notice that it pulled back here, but it was not that. It was not the, it didn't lose momentum to go all the way down. Therefore, I don't think that's a good indication, those small pullback. But clearly during earning here, it pulled back, and again, we cannot really count on those earning, but clearly during earning, it does try to pull back. But as much as it can pull back, it can go up as well. So I don't really think the earning will be a good reason for me to get out of it or buy necessarily, because it could either go south or go north. But we can just say that, you know, if we reach the trend line, whether it is during earning time or not, and start going up from there, the previous gap, we could use it. Or if you have multiple one, like maybe it comes back here again and start going up and we buy it, we have multiple times that it came to this line, we might choose to use the smaller of the difference, because this difference, which was like 54, is smaller than from here to here, for instance. So those are constant analysis that we will have to make and make decision. Alternatively, because it's a different time frame or a different time of the year, we can go all the way to see where we are buying it that month, to see what happened around that month on the chart, and see if it is a pattern that can replicate again. Therefore, at what point it reach a high that we will target and go from there instead. And those decisions we might actually have to make it to decide how much profit per share we want to target, to be able to decide how many shares we want to buy to be able to reach the profit that we want to have when we sell it, because we are going to hold it for multiple months or so. We will want a good amount of profit. Therefore, if we need to allocate more money to reach a certain number of profit, we might have to do that. So here we have December, and I think the good increase will happen around March. So if we go from 349 to 444, let's just say it's $100 difference here, more or take. So $100, we'll say, okay, so if we reach this trend line around December, we could easily just keep it all the way to March before we sell it, and that will be $100 per share in profit. Therefore, how much profit do we want by the time we sell it? If that's 1,000, then that's for $100 profit a share, you need 10 shares. Does that make sense? And then based on the price times 10 at this, whatever is 46, if we are buying it on the trend line somewhere here, it will be 431 times 10, that'll be 5,031. So if we are working with 10,000 or so allocation, and we know that we can reach that $10,000 profit, then $5,000 or so will be allocated. Or if you are working with $5,000 per trade, we can increase it to 5,300. Then to be able to get the number of shares that will lend us about $1,000. So, and then we set our exit that we will buy when we reach the trend line, sell it around March, or when we have our $100 per share, our $100 profit per share minimum, and whichever we reach first, again, depend on what we want to set as a rule. But yeah, okay, so but you can start small, and here in 2024 we start small. Use the daily chart and buy it when it start going up after the pullback, and sell it 3 days later or so when we have consecutive increase in price, or when our minimum profit target was reached. For the long-term swing trading strategy, we are still going to work with the same stocks. We have our 60 to 70 stocks, but we can use the maximum monthly chart to pick the best one out of them if we chose to. And we'll use 1 year daily chart for daily chart analysis after purchasing the same stock more than was otherwise. Use the maximum daily chart to, you know, to see the trend. Is it not going to change? And we have an exit and an entry and exit plan. So we plan to buy on the main trend line and sell it in the month it reaches the maximum high point. I just put it that way for now. And the trend line, locate and trace the main trend line, which we just did one. We just did right on for one of them. Locate months the stocks pull back to the trend line, and months it reaches highs on the 1 year daily chart. And the buy at the first green bar day after a pullback to the main trend line will be the difference between the long-term trend line and the short-term trend line entry strategy. And as for buying, sell at the new high before a major pullback to the trend line or minimum profit target is reached. And for the minimum profit targets, so here is like per trade, but the minimum profit targets, but is kind of vague here, but minimum profit target per trade, not per share, for $5,000 or $10,000. Well, here, yeah, minimum profit target. In fact, even the $25 one there, it was per trade, not per share. So we are still going to keep it like this for now, but minimum profit target per trade, not per share, is $1,000 for $5,000 or $10,000 trade. But yeah, just set some rules for yourself that you can easily come back to read it, so that you don't stray away from it too far, you know, or otherwise you come and update your rules to match your new strategy. But that is the strategy we are going to use as we analyze our stocks and waiting for that trend line that we want to buy in. And this clearly is the trend line that we are going to be following it on, and we can just color code it, and we just wait for that to come back to it. So the next one is BKNG, and you can see now that we know the main trend line that we are doing something on. We are not even worrying about where the price is at this moment. Okay, so for this one, okay, we do have this line here that we are following it on. And it went up yesterday, but whether it pulled back or not, we are still not going to do anything with it because it's away from that line C18. You see now that we have our strategy defined, it's making it easier for us to just quickly analyze the chart. So here we have a line here though, but we seem to be following it on this one. And again, if later we see that line is not the line that we should be following it on, we could try to locate a longer line as well. But since it came down to that line multiple times during the year, we want to trade it on that line. So the next one is CL, and I don't know if I still want to have CL on my list, but okay, so we didn't trace any line here at all. we will go to our maximum monthly chart so we have this long line here, and we do have this horizontal one. We'll go to the maximum daily chart. So maximum daily chart, we still have those, so those are there. It's just far from where it is right now. And we'll go to 1 year daily chart. So the lines are here, it's just far from it. So that is the line that we will be following it on if we want to buy it. Therefore, we're not going to worry about where it is right now. We'll just move to the next one. Oh, in fact, that is an horizontal line, the line that I color code, maximum daily chart. Yeah. Oh no, that is the oblique one. Okay, the horizontal one is down. Okay, so let's go to our 1 year daily chart again. And the next one is COR. 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 Okay, so COR, this line here, long-term line, I'm not seeing anything touching it again, but I did see it touching this line multiple times. So I'm going to track it on that line. Let's see here. Okay, let's try to trace those lows, this low, and this low, and see if we'll be able to connect two of them. Let's do that, because if I go this route, it's going to go the way it was going. So this line here, in fact, let me make this, I don't know if I want to go all the way, but so, but again, let's do this. Okay, so it is on this line. You see this line here? I'm having that there, but there is a chance it can pull back. So what I'm going to do is not the line I'm going to be following it, because there is a chance it's going to come back to this line. And are we on 1 year? Go to max. Let's go to maximum daily chart. Okay, so maximum daily chart. Do we see this line here? Let's move it. If we move it, okay, so let's, so this, it does come back to, it came back to this line multiple times, but not in recent years, but it came back to it. This will be a longer, oh come on, activate. Quite a bit of long-term trend, because okay, so here we have it in 2022 October. Okay, March. So this, let me see here, September. Okay, and then a veer from it. So following it on this line may not be the right line for me to follow it on. So I'm going to change that color back to what was there before. This line could be a 1, because on this line for the whole year it came back to it, came closer here, came back to it. This at the very least will be the line we can follow it on, or we can go back to this one. And this one, it tends to come back to it even within a year, but it didn't do that in 2024 when you veer from it. So from here we have March, we have September, but when it veered away from it, it didn't come back to it. So for this one, we could target this line that it traded, it pulled back to in 2024, or we could wait on it to buy on this line. I just don't know how long we'll have to wait. So I'm going to color code that line. I'm going to color code this line. Do you see how the maximum daily chart gave us a bigger picture of what is going on versus just 1 year daily chart? 1 year daily chart gave us this line that it kept going to, but it could be this season here that will happen, and we just want to make sure it is not this repetition that is coming here. If that's the case, it could try to pull back at the end of that trend line, wherever that trend line ended. So we might just wait on it to buy it on this line here, for a more conservative type person to just buy it on this line, because it tends to come back to it and I'll go below it. So we can color code both and just keep an eye on what is going on there. So we'll go to DECK, and as you analyze those charts, you'll get good at it over time, and you'll be kind of loose when it comes to the strategy with some charts, and kind of more tight on some other. So it seems that we are doing that, but we can go back to our maximum daily chart here, see what is going on here. Let's see. So this one is going that out, and if I try to trace it from here, okay, so I can say that this is the line that we should follow it on, not necessarily this line here, because we are seeing it may not come back to this line. It's kind of oblique, but not that oblique, but it seems to be coming back to this line more or so multiple times along the way. Therefore, and we see that when we went further, this line tend to blend in a little bit here, and this could continue though, but it will be on the lower side here, and this one is what, more than a year ago type of line. So because it's more than a year ago type of line, we can go with that because it captures one whole year pattern. So we can wait on it. When it comes to that line, we can get in. So do you see how we are improving our chart analysis as we practice analyzing those charts? That's how we analyze stocks for swing trading. So far we haven't found anything for today purchase though. So let's go to EME. And if we go back to 1 year, is going up there. We just leave it, and you can see that we are following it. We bought it, we sold it for a profit, it pulled back. We could have got it and sell it for a profit as well. That's 195 here, and that's 207. But we got it and we just wait. That now we do not want to do those follow, because we follow them to the mountain and they leave us there stranded and come back down, and we just stay there. But yeah, although the view might be great from the mountain top, I just don't think we want to stay there lonely waiting for them to come back wherever they decided to come back. So let's just wait more in the valley where we have grass growing to enjoy, and when they start going up, you can follow them. So but you can see that it tends to consolidate on this line quite a bit for a while before this momentum. So let's keep an eye on it and see what it's going to do, but let's not just chase it. And we do know that May we have that big there, but we did have some good one in March as well from December. So let's wait to see if it's going to, where with that momentum, is if it's going to continue, all the way to March before pulling back, or if it's going to pull back to the trend line before going up. But it consolidated quite a bit on the trend line here that it might have enough momentum for the mountain climbing. But again, it's too far gone for us to trying to go after it. But we did that and make money from it. We just don't want to do that in 2025. So this one, we do have this line here. To have a bigger picture of that line, we are going to go to maximum daily chart, and I think for this one it'll be, let's see, it is a line that it came back to and then it went all the way. I just don't know if it's going to come back to it or this is going to be the new line. But if we take it from here, let's see, we could actually wait on it on this line instead of coming to this. This will be more conservative. This will be where our risk tolerance will be. Our risk tolerance level will tolerate for the strategy we have in mind, because we just don't know if in 1 year, I mean, it will come back to this line and start going up. Therefore, we can aim for this line because we have, but this line is capturing 1 year. Is 1 year trend line here, while this one is a longer one. We started from 2022. And it barely veered away from it, but then went there. I think we can wait on this one instead. So we'll go to the next one. FICO. Clearly, anything we are analyzing, none of it is close to the line we want to buy it on. So FICO. Okay, let's see this. That will be a conservative approach, but it hit that line 3 times. For 2024, it came to it and then went all the way up. So, and from here is all the way. And it came from March, it just stayed on this line, came back to it constantly. We can actually trying to buy it because it's now away from it. We can actually, if we want to, is a long trend line enough that we can choose to wait on it on that line, or to be more conservative, we can try to wait on it on this line because it started above that line in 2024, but came back to it before it went up. But there's something you need to consider as well is, do you see this line here that my mouse is? It was coming back to it, but when it veered away from it here, it didn't come back to that line. Like, we don't see it come back to it, but it followed that trend instead. So is it going to come back to this line, or is it going to continue this? But I think this is just a steep can we really say that? Do you see, when I put this here, do you see the angle between this line and this line? Do you see the angle? The horizontal line that I'm having with my mouse and this oblique line, there is a steep there as well, and it seems like this angle there is getting repeated here. How do we get geometry into chart analysis? Do you see what I'm talking about? So there is a chance that it could come back to this. There is a chance that it may not, because that's steep growth repeated itself here to create this oblique line, and from here we have that line here as well. But again, we did have it here though, but it came back. And then for all the way, what I'm going to say is, just to be on the conservative side, let's do that. But I just feel like it's quite a bit of gap for it to try to come back to this line. It's more possible for it to come back to this line than to come back to this one. And it's just for those stuff that is not clear enough for me, that I might color both and see which one I like to go. I like to start with them. If reach this line and start going up, if I want to get in, or if I just prefer to ignore it until it comes back here. But we will see. So we'll go to Google. It seems like we have been using maximum daily chart more so to set our entry exit. So for Google, we have this line that I don't know where it came from, but it could be from maximum monthly chart. And we can put it there. And we do have, okay, so we are seeing a low here. Let's just try to trace it from there so it will blend into this one. Okay. And when we take it from here, it will blend into that one. If we take it from here, it will blend into this one. Okay. So from here, which is the beginning of 2024, we have this trend line. In fact, let me trace it, since we have two trend lines there. Let's just trace this long one that it came back to and start going up. And this trend line, let's make a color coded for us to separate among the others. And we have this one. This is it is a longer trend line on the maximum monthly chart. It came back to it, but didn't come back to it again. It's tend to be following this. So, but we did have this quite a bit of huge before it came back to it. So is it a repetition that is going to come back to this one? We don't know, but within a year, it came back to this one multiple times. So we can just wait on it on this line. A more conservative approach will be to wait on it on this line. But it could take, let's see, 2020, 2021, 2023. So it could take that long if you'll come back to it. Okay, so we can wait on it on the 1 year trend line. I don't know if it's going to become a thing for us to do that on a 1 year trend line, to locate the 1 year trend line. Do you see we are making up our own rules here? Okay, so JWWW. If we find that quite multiple times, why not? We can just trade 1 year trend line and stay on it. So we do have this. If we want to trade a longer line, this line is, these stocks clearly is coming back to this line. Do you see how easy it is for us to spot this line? Is a zone. So, but you see, even in the present, it flirted with it, touched it multiple times in the past. We do have this here, but still it came back to it. So chances are with this, it can come back to it. How long it's going to take, we don't know. Therefore, for this one, it's simple for us to just say we are going to stay here we are going to target it on this line. It is a very long term trend line for it or so. Yeah, 2022 that it has been following that line. So let's just wait on it. But you can see that if we go to, instead of going to 1 year, we can just zoom in. You can see that for this short term, it's coming close to this line. We can try to buy it on this line and it will go up from there. But when it reach the end of this and wanted to come back to this, we won't want to be holding it. Even though we follow it along, we just prefer to just wait. And you see, we bought it, we follow it, and when it pull back after we bought it, we wait on it for a while before we sold it. When it became positive, then we bought it when that new trend line, because that trend line ended and it pulled off of that trend line to another one, consolidated and start going up again. So this pattern here could repeat itself. When it exhausts its energy, it's going to end that trend line and come back, probably consolidate also and have momentum again. Whether it is going to come back to this line or not, we don't know. But we just don't want to keep chasing it because we don't know when that trend line is going to end, if it's going to follow the same pattern as previously or not. So let's just wait on it on this line. HD. So it seems to me that maximum daily chart is our preferred line to set our entry for those stocks. So for HD, okay, for this one, clearly I'm going to be waiting on this line. But let's see, I'm seeing a kind of low somewhere here. Let's see if this line will take us somewhere. In some way it blended into this one, but then continue. Let's see. But I like to touch multiple, and by preference I like to touch the next closest low, but that's what led me here. And it pulled back. If I'm touching multiple in the middle here, multiple lows there, it'll take me here, and it fell back on it here as well. So what I'm going to do is, because it's a zone, I'm going to be waiting on it that validate this line that we have here. That if we are going to buy it, we can just wait and buy it on that line. If we try to trace an horizontal line, you see those peak here or resistance, it became a support here when they start pulling. So does that mean those resistance here will become a support? It still will coincide with that coming back to this line here, to this line, or maybe lower. So let's retrace. Was it from here we were tracing it before? Let's retrace this. And if we put this here, is somewhere here. Okay, so let's just leave it there. But we are going to wait on it on this line. LEN, and I do not use indicator to swing trade. I tried at the beginning of the year few times, and once I know that I could trade using the trend line, the price bar, the daily price bar, my lows and highs, I just went that out. You see, this one is clear enough to see that it's coming back to this line. Therefore we are just going to wait on it on this. Previously though, yesterday we were more aiming this line, because let's see, is last year, pretty much is 1 year line here, and during that 1 year it came back to that line, and we are aiming that when they come back to it, we are going to buy to go up. But when we look at this line, it is a line that it came back to as well. So is it veering away from this completely, or will they try to come back to it? I'm not sure. We can keep an eye on it, but let's see a little bit. Is there we are hoping that when it start going up from there, we will buy by aiming for this 1 year trend line. And because this 1 year pretty much capture what happened during the year, it went that and went this, but we have what? Yeah, so I'm not sure if it's going to just be this repetition or so, or if it's going to try to come back to this line that it started with at the beginning of the year. So we are going to highlight this and just keep an eye on it. So we'll go to MA. So MA, let's connect those. That will be the line we are going to be waiting on. Because it reached it. So that tells me that these things here is what it's doing here, and it could come back to it. So this is October 2023. It happened in July. It came back to it. So if we get closer, there is this line here that we have been trading it on greatly. It came back to it, but I just don't know when that is, like here. I don't know when that trend line is going to end it and it's going to have this descent. We have not been trapped on the top of the mountain here with this stock. We did it here and got out of it before it started, and then when we start again, we got back in it and traded it long. But I just don't know when this trend line is going to end. From here, it was October to March. October to March, that's 5 months or so. July to December, that is another 5 months. So, and I don't know if it's going to come back to this before it starts going up or not. So we are going to wait on it on this, so that we don't get stranded there. It has not happened to us with this, but let's now test our luck with it, or test its patience. So for this one, okay, we don't know what is going on, but since we are looking from far, let's see. I think this one if you are using this line as a zone, it try to here, touch it here. So I'm going to just use this line as the line that I'm going to be buying it from. But that will make me reassess when I'm going to buy it though, because it could take a while for those. It's not that far from me. That line is like closer to it than it tries here though. But yeah, I think it's a line that is okay for us to wait on. When we fade and we bought it, that's the one that we sold for $6 yesterday, or $7. So we bought it at the top of the mountain, got stranded, and it took a while for that to come back. So we sold it and just lucky, because I noticed it that, I don't know if it's going to continue going up, but it's just better I lock in that $7 and free my cash and reassess where I wanted to get back in, because it took us some months, 2 months or so, October to December, to sell it. So good. MAR, we feel more confident with this chart analysis and decided not to chase it. So this, something going on there, but we have this line here. Let's extend it. When we activate it, hold on to those ends that it was on. It touched it multiple times here, so we can assume that it tend to veer away from it but come back to it. Therefore, it's going to be the line that we are going to be waiting. Even though we have this one that portray mid-year, we don't know. That's the end of the year here. We don't know if it's going to, this is what it's doing here, and then we come back to it. We don't know. So let's just wait on this one. This is a short-term one to hold on to as well. But again, like here, it came back. So November there to March is like 4 months there. August to December is 4 months. So I don't know if it's a parent things for it, but let's wait in the valley. So we'll go to MCK. 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 Okay, so MCK, at first glance, this will be the line. Although I tried to follow it yesterday on this line, when I was, but I think this will be the line if I'll be working with this stock, because that's the line that it came back to. Whether it's going to come back to it, we don't know. We do have, in fact, I don't know where I trace this line from, but it could go a little bit up if I got it close to those lows, but I'm just going to leave it like that. And it seems to me that this line could have gone a little bit up as well. Again, that's what makes it a zone. So it might start going up from there, but I would prefer, if I'm going to get in with these stocks, I wait on it on this line, whatever long that might be. This is March, September. So even within a year, it came back to this line. Therefore, I just prefer to wait on this line. And that is 2 years down line here, 2022, 2024. It came back to it. So therefore, we can just wait on it. But we did follow it on those short-term lines and make money on it. We just don't want to keep doing that if we'll get stranded at the end of that trend line, those short trend lines. So MMC. So based on this, I will say that maximum daily chart, if the platform you are analyzing your trades on allows you to have maximum daily chart tend to give you a bigger picture of the lows for you to trace your trend line. What did we do here? Okay, so that was MMC. Was it? I think so. No, it was not MMC. So this one, I'm seeing this line here clearly, but then I'm seeing this one as well. So this one, it came to a, let's see if it came to it this year. Yeah, it came to it this year. Therefore, but then it veered from it. And where it veered from was at the beginning of the year as well. So we could easily trade it on this line, because this line started at the beginning of the year. So this is 1 year trend line. And it didn't come back to this line during the year at all. but from here it has this growth here. So I'm going to color code that line. And let's get closer to it. So if you come back to this line, we can get in, because it has been going from there from the beginning of the year. So this line captured the whole trajectory of the year. So we can trade on that line, and I think we should be fine with that. So now MRK is one that I want to take off. So I don't really think but why not? MRK. So it does have those big gap, and that's the things that I'm talking about. Some of them that does those big gap can give you quite a bit of profit if you buy it at the right spot. But if you buy it at the wrong spot, you might have to wait a while. Therefore, for this one, for instance, I'm not even sure what line you will be trading it on. I think I was aiming for this, but I'm not seeing much touching it either. But if I go with the previous one, is here, but clearly it went below it. So for that reason, I still feel like taking this out of the equation, out of the list, because yeah, it's an uptrend stock, but clearly this that it touched multiple times, it went below it, and we do have a long-term trend line here that it has not touched yet, but there is a horizontal one that is a resistance of this that became a support. It became a support here before it started going up. But now many things touch this line area for us to work with it, and this is what, 2023. So that was the line, and that was an horizontal one, and I don't really want to trade on a horizontal one for these stocks. So therefore it is going to be out of the thing. So NVDA we bought it, but it has the asterisk NVDA. So we are going to continue analyzing it. So I'm not sure where this came from, because clearly it's not touching much here, but other than those two lows. But if we started from here, no. So if we started from here, let's see. No, if we started from here, okay. So that could be a line you can follow, because right now we are using this line. Let's see here. Oh, that's mid-June, mid-year. We bought it on this trend line when it reached and start going up. But I think let's get closer now that we see the line we want to follow it on. That line started at the beginning of the year, and it tried to come back to it, came back to it, and I think that'll be the line we will follow it on. We bought it on this one, and I don't know, you might have to be careful. February here, we could sell it and get out of it and wait for it again on this line, because the line we bought it on could just be a seasonal one. You see this one, for instance, type of things going on here. I'm not sure, but when it is done going up and start going back, there is a chance it might come back to this. So we are going to just have that line that we want to be following it on. So ORLA. So far we have not found anything for buying today. Was it this? Yeah. Okay. I don't know what's going on here, but I think we copy it right. OR. So we do have this line here. Let's see if we can activate it and extend it. It blending to that one, but let's extend it. And let's see, here is May. And let's see the beginning of the year. Us is December. That is December, and this line here touch multiple as well. So if we update this line, it did went past it around here, around this area, but it's pretty much about the same, you know. It is a zone between this line that is blue and the purple one. It is a zone, so it's okay. We just keep this one, that there is a chance it might come back to it, and if it come back to it, that's where we are getting. So therefore we are not buying it today. ROP, I think that is one that I found busy on 1 year trend line, but let's see if we update this. Oh no, it is, let's go this route, but I like to go closer to the lows that I can reach. Okay, so let's start from somewhere here. It's not quite. Start with this one. Yeah, I would prefer from there touch another one. So and again, I'm not sure. And you can see how it went well away from it and came back here. So it went well away from it and came back. So it could do that and come back again to here. So this, we are going to go to maximum monthly to actually see what is going on here. So we trace this line here. Let's see if we try to do a longer one. No, it will just be, so it tend to do this because it came back here, and when it has not come back there. But from here, if we trace it from there, and was it what, 2023, this line could be the line that we can follow it on, but I just have a feeling like it could do that and come back here. So if we'll buy this, it's going to be on this line, because even though this could work, it could pull back because of the things that is doing. And I don't know if I still want to keep this in the portfolio. So and I don't know if you'll be able to see that one. If we go back to the maximum daily, we might be able to. So that'll be this line. So here is to 2023. It has not come back on it. So the 1 year time frame was this one. But is it going to end it and come back? That is, I'm not sure. We are going to just, and how long is going to be for that to decide to come back to here? I'm not sure. Otherwise there is a temporary one there, but I would prefer, because it's just too much zigzag going on, if I will buy it, I'll prefer to get in here instead as the lowest that I'm willing to. So RSJ, so you can see that some, as we analyze those charts, some of them are kind of easy for us to follow and some are not. If you have stocks you are analyzing, some of them are hard like that, you can take note of them as well, and then you will think them to see if you want to trade them or not. I see like this, those lows can be the one, and even though I have this trend line for the year, I don't really, this represents the whole year, but is it going to fall off of it down? I'm not sure. We have this one that is 1, we have this one that is 10, and then we have this one that is 1, and we have this one. So it seems to me that we can easily follow it on this line, because this line here have 1 to 10, like January to 10, and we have January to 10 to be this line as well. But then let's see, we have February to February here, but then it followed that line, fell off of a little bit and start again. So, and if I try to, let's see, if I try to combine both, it's going to go this route. We could easily just follow these stocks on this line and hope we are not wrong. The conservative approach will be to see if it's going to come back on this line, but this one represents 1 year, 1 year completely. Let's see if I, yeah. So we are going to use that line, and let's see where it is right now. Yeah, when it start going, we bought it and we sold it there. When it reaches this line, we can get in again. TJX. TJX. So TJX, let's activate this line. We can follow TJX on that line. We have multiple touch point on it. TMUS. TMUS. I don't know if TMUS will come back to those lines there. Let's see. Though that is midpoint. This is this line here. It's 2023. Uh-oh. I didn't want to take it out of there. Uh-oh. Let's, I don't know about that. Let's see December. So from December here, this is 1 year trend line. This is 1 year trend line, and I don't know if this is going to come back to this, because this is mid year. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on it from this line here. If you're away from a quarter bear, and but this line was the line that I was thinking about trading it on, but I just don't know if it's going to go back to this trend line or not. I follow it on this line quite a bit without problem, but I don't know. If we go back to January area here, yeah, it went up and came back and tried to come back and went up there. So we are going to wait on that line. So that will change pretty much. I don't know, but anyway, based on the note we put down here, the trend line is going to prioritize. It's going to be priority. So TRY, we are going to be buying it on the trend line. I would think so. So for this one, I think we are going to prioritize this line. And right now it's nowhere near it yet, because we follow it, but it's just better I'm seeing that line to be a longer line. But it's quite close to it though. If you pull back to it, start going up, we can buy. Okay, so URI, we bought that one. And let's see if we can choose a longer line here. If we are using a zone, yeah, I think the line we have there is going to work, but I wish it is a longer line though. Let's see here. Yeah, this will blend in, and let's color code it, and that will be our line that we are just going to continue in 2025 and trade it on it. But let's get in. We bought it on this line here because of what is doing, but I think this is the line we are going to be following. VRTX. VRTX. VRTS, this will be the line. And we bought it. Yeah, we bought it right at that line. It pulled back, start going up, we got in. So this one purchased yesterday, we got it right at that line. Good. That exits, that entry point worked for us. W, but today we have not found anything close to the trend line we want to trade them on. So this one, let's see if this can have multiple touch point. Not really. This one has multiple touch point. And here is October 2023, and what is December? Here is December. If we try to trace it from there, it will blend in with this one. So let's see, it does go and come back, go and come back, like here 2021, the whole 2022 before it came back again. So based on that assumption, we could say it could come back to this line. It could. Another approach would be to follow it on this line, because this one represents the whole year. But it veered away from this quite a bit, that If it touches and decided to go down, you might have to wait for a while. So but we bought it. The thing is, we bought it. When we bought it, let's see, was it yesterday? No, the day before yesterday. Okay, so you know, by doing this, for instance, we can actually keep an eye on it. We have a little profit, we can sell it and just get out of it and wait, because we are more aiming for this trend line and aiming for what happened in December. And we know in December, let's see, yeah, around end of December it went up before it pulled back. So yeah, we can just try to sell it in December and wait and observe. WM, so WM, if you are going to be tracing this, let's see here, this has multiple touch point. Okay, so now we did this one. We can trade it on that. Alternatively, we have this that tend to be horizontal here, but then we have this one that will blend in here. But yeah, that is the line that we will wait on to buy. But let's get closer. We bought it 2 days ago, so well, maybe when we have some profit, we can just sell it and get out of it and wait. And WMT, so WMT, we have this line there. I don't know what this one will take us. We have that, and this is what, December 2023. December 2023. So if we want to trace from there, one month has split this year though. We do have this touch point. Let's get closer now. Otherwise, this is the line that I like to wait on it, because we have multiple touch point on that. And this one, it is because the line is a zone, we can it went below it here. But let's just activate it and move it down so that it does not. Yeah, let's just leave it there. I think this is going to be the line we are going to follow it on. They captured the whole year. And I think at this point, we sold it yesterday. I think at this point we can just wait to see if it's going to come back to this line instead of following it on this line, which is like a mid-year line from May. We can see if it's going to come back to this line. We can get it. We can get in from there. Just by keep practicing, you'll keep exploring, you'll keep stretching your swing trading strategy and keep exploring different areas of it. And that's pretty much what we are doing. You can see how we analyze it today. We focus on the trend line, when in the past we focus more on the color of the price bar, because we are buying it at each pullback. When it start going up at the first green bar, even if the stock veer away from the trend line, we are okay with it. We bought it, we sold it for $73 or so profit. But now wanting to do that, even though we could try to buy it on this trend line, we just don't know when that trend line will end it. And this one is 1 year trend line. we prefer to work with this 1 year trend line since it came close to multiple occasions. So that means we might have to wait a longer on it. And that is one reason that taking those notes, if that can give you some idea, you can try to portray that notes, that as a visual, because I'm trying to see if every month I'll be able to swing trade, and every month I'll be able to sell what I purchased to free the cash to buy another one, and so forth. So for the month that I thought they might reach the trend line, based on what happened in the past, I try to put them here, and the red are when we will buy, the green are when we will sell. But again, based on the trend line that we trace today, which contradicts a little bit some of our notes here, because we chose a lower trend line. Like when I say lower, the trend line was lower than what we could have used to put our note here. This could change. But again, how we analyzed it yesterday allow us to actually have some month that we think it might come back to that line, which allow us to put some estimate month that we might end up buying those stocks and selling those stocks. And some that I'm thinking of buying and selling the same month, I have both colors in the same month. And I start from the bottom of my watch list to the top. That's why they were in that order, from the from pretty much Z to A type, depending on how I started. But yeah, equal. So this concludes how we analyze our chart, our daily chart, to select stocks to trade, to swing trade. But today we didn't find anything that we want to purchase. And if some are positive in our account, we could sell them. But yeah, you can start small and just go from there. And we thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. We thank you very much for your time. We thank you very much for all your comments. And we thank you very much for watching our videos. We thank you very much for you all that subscribe to our channel. I'm Afiabi Liberman, Cross of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel, and in our our blog. On our channel and on our blog, we share different ways you can save money and different ways you can make money to reach your financial independence, where you do not depend on an employer to provide for your family. Thank you.
And swing trading is one way to make money. Thank you. Let's prepare ourselves for 2025 and start swing trading a little by little. Do you swing trade? Have you started? What strategy do you use? Have you used it in 2024? How do you feel about that strategy? Are you going to continue with the same strategy in 2025? Are you going to stretch your limits? Thank you for watching.